I don't mean to be sappy or whatever, but I think there's something about making little gains in things at a time that is just very satisfying. And I say that because I realize that what I've been doing in life is going all in, all or nothing, right? And that can be a good mentality and a bad one. Mainly because all or nothing is great when you really set your mind to it and you don't give up, you don't give up. But, when you get to that point where the all isn't hitting, then it's nothing, right? And so you don't actually pursue that. At least that's what used to happen to me. If I didn't, I would go for at something for like a year. And if it didn't work, then I was like, well, or I would just like be hyper focused on something. And then the second that it went away, I would stop. And so I say all of that because I've learned recently how to make little habits. Um, it started with like my workouts, for example, yoga, like once a day. That was it, just yoga. Then I would bike. I added that on so I could bike and yoga. Then I would jump rope. Added that on so it was bike, jump rope, and yoga. And it just kept building and building. So it went from just being yoga to having a plethora of things that I could do, but it took adding everything little by little and not overwhelming myself. And the same way with Thai. I've been learning Thai as language. I started out with just one app and started out with all the beginner phrases, all the beginner vocabulary. And then I would try multiple apps. I would try different things. I would try things like flashcards. I would try stuff that I wouldn't start with. And so I say all that because I think that's a fundamental thing that we lose. We jump all into something. We spend all of our money on a business. We spend thousands of hours on something out of nowhere because we're trying to find something new. We're trying to find something different and we're trying to build to something. And even like for me, I'll admit that I was wrong when it comes to like Notion and stuff because when I first used it, I was all or nothing, right? So I was watching videos, trying to figure out templates, trying to figure out how to make stuff and do all this stuff. And then I was like, wow, I'm extremely overwhelmed. I don't want to use Notion. I'm a simple person. I just use books. I just use, notes. I just use my notepad on my laptop, and left it at that. But now that I'm learning how to build on a habit little by little, things like Notion came easier to me because I started out small. I started out using a template. I started out, just doing little projects here and there on it, things that I had to keep track of. And now it's become a full-blown habit of something that helps me check off tasks, follow my personal habits, follow my projects, and do something meaningful with it. And I say all that because I didn't realize how much little habits add up until I did it myself, until I figured out that the more I do stuff, the better it gets for me as someone who's an all or nothing person. And that just shows that you can change some things about you a little bit to be able to move forward more and do the things you want to do. Because there's a lot that I want to focus on. My part-time and my IT business. And even with that, like I started out small. I tried one or two clients, did some screen repairs, did some remote work, and just kept it little by little. And now I can grow all of the things that I want to do, the things I know how to do, and manage my time and business effectively while also having a full-time job and being focused on that. And so, yeah, just studying anything that you can apply it to or think about is what I think that applies to with little habits and building on them. And soon enough, it'll get to the point where you'll be successful in what you want to do. At least I'm figuring that out little by little. I'll see you later.